Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're about 50% through the foundations, and now we're inspecting HTML and CSS. Being able to inspect and debug your HTML and CSS is critical for front-end development. This lesson will take us through the Chrome Dev Tools, which allows you to see detailed information about the elements and CSS rules, as well as assist you in finding and fixing problems in your code. If you've been following along, you've probably already seen this happen a lot, but that's fine. It's good to go over it again. So, lesson overview. This section contains a general overview of topics you will learn in this lesson. You will know how to access the element inspector. You will know how to select and inspect specific elements. You will know how to test out HTML and CSS in the inspector. The inspector. To open the inspector, you can right-click on any element of a web page and click Inspect or press F12. So, right-click and click Inspect. Cool. Yeah. And so now it brings it up here. Don't get overwhelmed with all the tools you're now seeing. What are they saying? Recorder, console, sources, network, performance, memory, application, security, Lighthouse, SAML. You probably don't have SAML there. I think that's a plugin that I have. Don't get overwhelmed with all those tools. For this lesson, we want to focus on the inspect or the elements and then the styles. So we also have computed here, layout, and event listeners, and there's even more, DOM breakpoints, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, styles. We'll stick with styles and elements for now. Inspecting elements. In the Elements panel, you can see the entire HTML structure of your page. You can click on any of the elements in this panel to select that specific element. Alternatively, you can click the blue highlighted icon shown below on the left. Okay, so it's here on the left. And hover over any element on the page. Oh, cool. I didn't even know about this. Oh, wow. And that just brings you directly to the thing. Neat. Okay. I'm going to leave the inspector open. When an element is selected in the Styles tab, you will show all the currently applied styles, as well as any styles that are being overwritten, indicated by a strike through of the text. Okay, so these are all the the styles here. I don't see. Oh, and then these are overwritten. So these aren't being they're being overwritten because they have a slash through. For example, if you use the inspector to click on your career in web development starts here. Okay, I don't think that's here anymore. Header at the top of the home page on the right-hand side, you'll see all the styles that are currently affecting the element as seen below. Your career in web development starts here. Okay, so it looks like that's deprecated. But nonetheless, we can see the styles here. So if we were to inspect this guy, and then, yeah, we can change the CSS by unclicking this. But this one's overwritten, but it still has an effect. Yeah. Okay. So, lesson overview. You can click inside of any individual selector to add a new rule or click an existing attribute or value to alter it. When doing so, the web page responds with the changes in real time. This won't affect the source code in your text editor, but it is extremely useful for quickly testing out various attributes and values without needing to reload the page over and over again. So if we were to inspect this element right here, we have this P element, and then if we went up to styles, I mean, maybe we could just go like font family, cursive. Cool. And now this changes it to cursive. So this is just what it's saying. You can edit what you're seeing in real time, but it's not going to affect your code because it's just in the browser. So it just affects the way that you view it. So the assignment has us go through various resources, and I encourage you guys to check these out if you want, but we're not going to do that as part of this. The following questions are an opportunity to reflect on key topics in this lesson. If you can't answer a question, click on it to review the material. But keep in mind, you are not expected to memorize or master this knowledge. How do you select a specific element on your page's browser and web tools? What does this say? Okay, so how do you select a specific element on your page with your browser's developer tools? Well, the way that you do it is you right-click on it, and then you click, I just press I, but you can also just go down to inspect. So what I do is I just right-click and then go I, and then press enter, and it goes straight to it. And then we can go through here. You can see that this color is, whether it's visited or not, it has an effect. Inspect. Yeah, and if we just did, and here we could change it. So if we wanted to be like font family, and then we did cursive, then we would see we'd change it there. So that's the way that you select specific elements on the page for DevTools. What does a strike through in CSS mean? It basically means that it's being overwritten. So that's the cascading style sheet thing. As you get, like, there's different rules, and then the most important rule is the most important one. Hope that makes sense. How do you change CSS in real time on specific elements of a web page? So you could go inspect it, and then you could be like font family, and make it cursive, and then you'd see this specific element is cursive. And you could also go to like New York Times and make it be like, if you inspect this one, you could be like, useful programmer wins the day. If you press enter, you'll see that it shows up, and you could just like basically screenshot this and make it seem like you made the front of the New York Times, but that's outside of the concept of this. So yeah, that's it for this one. Mark it as complete, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson when we learn about the box metal.